We have another big NHL trade, this time between the New Jersey Devils and the Calgary Flames, involving Tyler Toffoli. Plus, the Devils have also moved on from goalie Mackenzie Blackwood. We'll discuss the latest details coming up next. So welcome back to another video here at Top Shelf Hockey. As I mentioned, we have another significant NHL trade, and we're going to talk about two, but one's a lot bigger than the other. The first smaller trade actually happened a little while ago, just in the past couple of hours, but the New Jersey Devils have traded goaltender Mackenzie Blackwood to the San Jose Sharks for a 6th-round pick. Clearly, Blackwood was the goalie on the outs with New Jersey. They certainly seemed comfortable going with Vanacek and Schmid in the playoffs. I know GM Tom Fitzgerald have recently made comments saying that they were comfortable going into next season with Blackwood, indicating that, Schmid is still eligible to go to the minors and that maybe he could use some more development time, and they really weren't too concerned about it. I really wasn't completely buying that. I thought it was time for them to move on from Blackwood. A team like San Jose, who's not bringing back James Reimer, certainly needs a goaltender, and Blackwood, for that kind of price tag, if he can get his game back on track and, make some improvements, maybe they can find a cheap pickup that works out to be, good bang for their buck here. At the same time, the Sharks are not expecting to be super hyper competitive right now, so they can take a chance with somebody like him who's kind of looking to rejuvenate themselves. So Blackwood over to the Sharks. Now, of course, they have the other trade, which is much more significant in my opinion. The Devils trading Blackwood it's much more just freeing up some space on the roster and salary cap here, but they've also acquired Tyler Toffoli from the Calgary Flames. This is a much more significant deal. Toffoli's got 1 year left, around $4 million cap hit, which is really great value for what he brings. In exchange, the Calgary Flames get pending restricted free agent forward Yegor Sharongovich and a 2023 third-round selection. So we knew Sharongovich was a player that the Devils were likely going to part ways with. Obviously, a good player. He certainly made some good developments and took some good steps forward in his young career with New Jersey. It just seemed like he was likely going to be a player who was kind of, you could say, almost boxed out of the lineup. I mean, he had a good solid run in the regular season, but in the playoffs, he wasn't really in the lineup consistently and didn't really play a whole lot. So obviously, it was rumored for some time he was likely going to be moved. But getting a pickup of Tyler Toffoli is a huge pickup. Now, for this year and, I guess for the coming season, the Devils are not going to have a lot of money invested in goaltending with Schmid and Vanacek both signed fairly valuable contracts. They do have some good amount of cap space right now, but they don't have Timo Meier signed, and they also need to sign, I think, a few more forwards and a few more defensemen. They've still got a lot of open holes in their lineup, but adding Tyler Toffoli for this kind of price tag is a great pickup for the Devils. This is phenomenal. I mean, really, they're going to be a very, very deep team. I mean, you've already got Hughes and Hischier. They just signed Jesper Bratt. They re-signed Erik Haula. The odds of them getting Timo Meier done are pretty good. Dawson Mercer's a real good player. They want to sign him longer term. He's still coming off the end of his rookie contract. And now they add Toffoli to the mix here as well. Their top 9 is going to be stacked. Andre Palat in the mix there as well. They've got a good mix of some young players that are very skilled and some veterans that have won and are good leaders. So this is a great pickup for the Devils, the Flames, in a situation where they have a bunch of players that would like to move on, get a pretty good return. Sharongovich is a good player who can grow with them and get a bigger role and hopefully give them good production. I'm not going to likely get the same kind of production that Toffoli gave them last year, but over time, it should be able to improve. We'll see where this goes. I honestly thought they might get a more higher draft pick. I wasn't sure how the Flames were going to go about trading Toffoli. It's a good return. I kind of thought maybe somebody might have to give up more, though, to be honest. That this is a great trade for New Jersey. I really like it. I don't mind it for Calgary in the situation they're in. I kind of wonder if they could have maybe done better. But let me know what you think down in the comments. We'll talk about it further. If you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe and stick around. We'll keep you up to date with all the news, rumors, and analysis of all 32 NHL teams. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time.